Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Talent Trader. In this video, I'm going to discuss about my Google Sheet on intraday as well as positional, and we are going to see there is a weekly update about our Google Sheet that we are going to discuss here in this video. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And today's intraday, so in our live session, we are finding some opportunities. We find Maruti and even Canara Bank and PFC, not PFC, I think, yeah, PFC also we are finding today in our live session. And these stocks are working slightly better today. Maruti 10,300 and another one Canara Bank, that was a great move from initial stage around we seen near about 13 in the morning, the pre-open session, that is a first 15-minute session, and it went up to 22 plus. And we find there is a weekly opportunity also on the same one, and that was working good. And these are all the things which we are going to discuss in this video. And before that, in our live session, we are finding some opportunities. The first one is a Maruti, and we find the breakout is around 149 based on our intraday sheet. So intraday sheet we are using for an intraday purpose, and the daily changing, we are getting that data got changed for the daily basis, and we have to find out a trade opportunities as per our logic. That is what a fresh breakout after 9:30. So that is what very important. So it is about a scanner which is finding all the stocks list here. And I know that if in the early morning, so we a lot of stock which triggers our entry, so no problem. We need to find a stock that triggers after 9:30. That is what very important. So if you are following one or two good stocks is good enough. So like this, we find around in the beginning Maruti 253 now closed from 149. In Bajaj Auto, we are also checking for today. It is initially the breakout which is happening around 9:30 to 9:45. The spike around 72, and then it came down the lower level. But I know if you are making a positional stop loss, it not triggered. If you are keeping an intraday stop loss, it triggered. But the second time it given you the opportunity around 65 something is our stop that got triggered, and again second time reversal at 5 rupees not triggered, and it went up to 95. And LNT which you are looking for, it was a failure and it triggers our stop because it is given you the breakout and it immediately came down and triggered our stop. And Canara Bank that we are looking for here, initially it came around 11.5. that is what our retracement entry. So because it doesn't give you the 11.5 in the beginning, it was opening above 15 rupees. That was started with 6 and it nearby 15 in the first 15 minutes. But if you are looking for a retracement exactly 11.5, from there it went up to 22.5. And PFC, the same thing which happened because of the due to market condition, it triggers here and came down, and finally it reaching towards the top. So these are all the opportunity which we find out on our real time in our live session today. And some opportunities after our trade, so like for example REC 260, let me go for REC 260. This is what an intraday only. So this is what our entry point, so not a today's entry point, it is a yesterday's entry, 9.3. so it's the first candle. Look at this 8.8, 9.3 it triggered on 1 o'clock only. Okay, so this is what a breakouts we are normally looking for in the first 15 minutes. If any triggers that we consider as a not a fresh breakout, like Canara Bank today, which triggers our entry point before 9:30. So after 9:30, if you find such a kind of stocks, that's going to give you such a big breakout trades, which we can find out like in the Bank 27 to 35, 1420. Look for 1420. This is what an entry. 1420 27.8. The first candle. Look at this, it went up to 25. So 27.8 may be triggered around 11 o'clock and then it moves. And it is a purely an intraday trade. So you need to find the right stock. And then if it is given you the breakout as per our concept, then you can plan for a trade opportunity here. And one more important thing, so intraday is per your request and based on some technical indicators which I used to find the trade opportunities on daily basis. And today lot of put options like Lupin, Dr. Reddy and Wipro, so Ambuja Cements. So these are all the things which triggers after our entry point. Okay, so we need to find that is after our fresh breakout. That means 9:30 after. So Cipla 20, 24, and Sun Pharma 15 to 17. So we need to find a stock should be quality and liquid. So only liquid stock, because we can get more than 10, 20 stocks in a day. It's not possible to take or trade all the stocks. We should filter out the stocks, and we should find out right stocks and quality stocks. Then we can enter into that stocks only. Even Bank of Baroda also we seen in the morning. Initially, Bank Nifty started positive and again moves down and recovered, finally ending with lower. Okay, so zigzag move which is happening on today Bank Nifty is trade, and same like that banks also it's reacted same like this the Bank Nifty move. Okay, so this is what our daily trade opportunity which we find out. But if you are following the sheet, you can find the trade after even sometimes. I'll look for a Titan put option 3300. So look at this, where is our entry point? It is on the second candle, I think. The high is around 49. Our entry point is 41. So in the first candle itself, it triggered. So if any stock which triggered our first candle, so we should ignore. And if you are tracking the sheet while comparing the chart, you can easily find out the fresh breakout. If it is already breaks in the first 15 minutes, simply ignore those stocks. Okay, don't want to go for. And in our monthly positional, almost we are end of this month, and today we have some stocks like PA Industries, Siemens, and Cipla. Siemens 3900, 174 to 200. So these are all the triggers which is happening. Initially we have a PFC and Manappuram only. Manappuram also slightly moving, but what happened? It is a lack of liquidity. And PA Industries 3650, 179. So let me go to check PI Industries 3650 put option. In this case, look at this, there is no liquidity, but maybe sudden spike and sudden movement due to illiquidity if any order placed. So that can be showing you the chart. So this is also a liquidity issue. Manappuram 155 put option. 55 put option, that is also having a lack of liquidity issue. So if the stock doesn't have a liquidity, simply ignore this. There is no data and low liquid. Okay, so Siemens Cipla around closed on the same level. So we are not focusing a monthly opportunity. Why? Because of we are nearing to that expiry, and we have only 4 days for this September contract. So October contract is going to be start on 3rd of October. Before that, we can prepare the sheets, that Google sheet, that is a monthly IV for my student. That is also going to be updated, and this is also be going to update in daily basis for an intraday sheet, and weekly basis for a positional sheet, and also monthly once in a monthly sheet. So a lot of call side. Maybe market is dropped only in this last 2 or 3 days only. It's losing more than 500 points. From this beginning, the market is entirely bullish market. So we have a lot of opportunity which triggers as of now. 15 stocks is more than 50 percentage, and we find out some opportunities and earlier like a BHEL kind of stocks that was moving well and then returned back. So now the stock is not in this list, but BHEL is the stock I got an entry and targeted, which is done on the same day itself, around 122. So if you are looking for this 122 call option of BHEL, and where I got an entry is somewhere around 10 rupees. It's happening here, it's not loading. Yeah, so you can see this is what our entry point, and first of the month 9:45 to 10 o'clock. So that triggers our entry point around 10, and then it maximum spikes to 24. Now it is trading somewhere around 5 rupees. After such a big move, our target is done, and then it returned back. So we are expecting this much of target, and the same day it went up to 16 rupees, and even by the closing hours it went to 18. But that BHL will not be there in the list. It may be lower right now. So you can see this lower. Maybe I can show you BHEL. So you need to understand how the system is works. You can see it is around 6 rupees at this moment. So 11.4 is given and target 10, and then it is lower. So like that we have achieved more than 33 stocks this week. In call side and put side we have two or three stocks, but mostly that are not liquid. Okay, so and weekly positional. Finally, today, this week we have initially we find some stocks and REC that works well, and yesterday's is trigger, right? So we took a 260 call option REC yesterday, right? REC 260. Yesterday we took, this is what our entry point yesterday around 6.9, and today is reaching towards 12. And that was an yesterday take, and which is now it is moving as a positional. And Canara Bank today it triggers and it went to 22 and finally closed by 17. And one more stock which I triggered my stop loss is around M&M this week. M&M, this is what an sorry, not an M&M Finance, it's about a M&M. 60 rupees is our entry and it is triggers our stop loss near about 32, 35. And then it finally reaching towards 20. This was a stop loss trade, quality and liquid, but that was given you the put side opportunity yesterday, today and yesterday also intraday. So maybe we can try to cover. But this week, so on Monday market is flat, and Tuesday and Wednesday, sorry, Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, because Tuesday is holiday, right? So last 2 days more than each day 1% more Nifty down. So we have a lot of put side like HDFC, ICICI Bank, Wipro, Reliance. So everything is given you such a good opportunity. Maybe if you are following the trend of the market, we can find out a lot of opportunities. Almost this week, we find more than 20 stocks that triggers our target in weekly basis. So we are not planning to take all the stocks to take an entry. So you need to check which stock your idea you can apply on those stocks. It is going to give you such an opportunity that will help you to make some better trade by using our Google Sheet. And if you wish to access this Google Sheet, is the monthly subscription available. If you want, you can access the sheet and weekly, monthly, and intraday. So next week is about a physical delivery week. So low volume and also high margin, and time decay would be high. So better as our positional strategy, we are not going to plan any trades on the next week. Maybe you can use for an intraday sheet if you are having a higher margin. Maybe if you are planning for a OTM options or nearby ATM options, margin would not be high. But if you are taking nearby expiry week ATM and OTM options, the time decay would be very fast, and that will give you um, the premium erosion. Okay, so better to avoid the next week, or intraday only you can plan for it. And weekly positional also next week don't want to go for, but if you are high risky trader, you can just play for that. Okay, or else simply wait for the first of this month to get a monthly positional as well as weekly positional for every week. And if you are an intraday player, you can utilize this intraday sheet and the stock and fresh breakout that you can utilize for from this sheet. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, hit your like button and share to your friends, and if you have any questions, just comment on the comment box. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this.